Today's session is going to give you a solid practical foundation in how organizations actually measure and report their carbon footprint. Over the next 2 hours, we will be covering the key GHG reporting frameworks used globally, how emissions calculations actually work, and how you can apply this knowledge in real workplace settings. Before we dive into today's session, let me briefly introduce Climantra Private Limited. Climantra is a Pakistan-based environmental engineering and sustainability consultancy committed to advancing sustainability through innovation, education, and technical excellence. We collaborate with government agencies, industries, academia, and development organizations to produce expert consultancy, ESG and climate advisory, environmental compliance services, and professional trainings. Our goal is not only to help organizations meet today's sustainability challenges, but also to develop the next generation of environmental and ESG professionals through practical, industry focused learning experiences. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this session adds valuable knowledge to your professional journey. Before we bring in our speaker, just a few quick housekeeping points so we all are on the same page. Please keep your microphones muted throughout the session. This helps us avoid any background noise. If you have any questions at any point, please drop them in the chat box. We have kept dedicated time at the end for question answers. But feel free to add your questions as they come to mind and we will pick them up later. This session is being recorded and we will share the recordings along with presentation slides with all registered attendees after this session. For those who attend the full session, we will be issuing a certificate of participation, so please do stay till the end. Let's move on to the part you've all been waiting for. It's now my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today. Joining us today is Ms. Maryam Khan, who currently serves as Deputy Director at the Environmental Protection and Climate Change Department, Government of Punjab. She also coordinates the Center for Knowledge Exchange and Policy Dialogue, which is the first knowledge exchange and policy dialogue center established within EPA Punjab. Her work spans some of the most significant environmental initiatives happening at the national level. She contributed to Pakistan's first biennial transparency report under the UNFCCC's transparency guidelines, and she has led green climate fund accreditation initiatives alongside developing global environmental facility project proposals on climate change and environmental sustainability. She has also prepared EU GSP plus compliance reports covering international environmental conventions and regularly coordinates with government agencies, industries, and development partners on environmental sustainability and climate initiatives. On the regulatory side, she supervises environmental impact assessment and ensures compliance with environmental law, regulations, and standards. And on top of all this practical experience, she is currently pursuing her PhD in environmental sciences with her research focused on integrating a sustainability assessment framework through carbon footprint analysis for the textile sector. With this kind of experience across policy, compliance, and research, there really isn't a better person to walk us through GHG reporting frameworks and emission calculations today. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Ms. Maryam Khan. Ms. Maryam, the floor is yours. We are really looking forward to this. Miss Mariam, the floor is yours. We are really looking forward to this.
थैंक यू वेरी मच आन्या। मैं बहुत देर से ट्राई कर रही हूँ बट आई वाज अनएबल क्योंकि मेरा माइक ही अनम्यूट नहीं था। आई होप एवरीवन कैन हियर मी।
Yes, ma'am. Can hear
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, thank you very much for introducing me. लेकिन मैं ये भी बताना चाहती हूँ on behalf of the participants कि शुरू में जो आपने स्लाइड्स दी हैं उसमें भी आपका माइक म्यूट था, तो we were unable to hear you. So मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस करने के अलावा अगर आप काइंडली थोड़ा अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का दोबारा से क्विकली एक बता दें so that we all come to know. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Climantra is a Pakistan-based environmental engineering and sustainability consultancy committed to advancing sustainability through innovation, education, and technical excellence. We collaborate with government agencies, industries, academia, and development organizations to provide expert consultancy, ESG, and climate advisory, environmental compliance services, and professional trainings. Our goal is not only to help organizations meet today's sustainability challenges, but also to develop the next generation of environmental and ESG professionals through practical, industry focused learning experiences.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ओके जी, आन्या ने मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस तो करवा दिया है बट जस्ट मैं अपना एक क्विक एक जो है वो छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दे दूं कि माय नेम इज मरियम खान एंड आई एम वर्किंग विद एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज डिपार्टमेंट सिंस 2014। सो मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो एक पीएचडी से रिलेटेड तो जीएचजी इमिशंस और वो फ्रेमवर्क और वो सब तो है ही, लेकिन चूंकि अब ये हमारा फ्यूचर का सब्जेक्ट भी आ गया है, हमारा एक प्रोग्राम भी करंटली अभी एनवायरमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में चल रहा है विच इज ग्रीन क्रेडिट प्रोग्राम, जिसके बारे में मैं आगे आपको बताऊंगी भी। तो मेरा मेन पर्पस ये भी है कि एटलीस्ट मैं आप लोगों को ये भी बता सकूं कि ये इसकी पोटेंशियल मार्केट क्या है, ठीक है। इन फ्यूचर आप लोग जो है इसके अंदर क्या क्या जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज इसमें आपके लिए हैं, आप क्या कर सकते हैं और आप अपना फ्यूचर इसके अंदर कैसे बना सकते हैं इफ यू पीपल आर रियली इंटरेस्टेड। और मैं जो हूँ वो बिलीव करती हूँ टू वे इंटरेक्शन पे। सो इट्स रियली डिफिकल्ट कि अगर सिर्फ मैं बोलती रहूँ और मुझे ये नहीं पता कि कोई दूसरा भी कुछ बोलना चाहे। सो ड्यूरिंग माई सेशन अगर आप लोग कुछ भी मुझसे क्वेश्चन करना चाहते हो, ठीक है, सो जस्ट रेज योर हैंड और काइंडली आने आप उनका माइक अनम्यूट कर दीजिएगा। और अगर कोई मुझे टेक्स्ट में कुछ पूछना चाहता है तो वो टेक्स्ट ड्रॉप कर ले, वट एवर इज सुटेबल फॉर यू। सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे जो पूछना चाहूंगी वो ये है कि जीएजी रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क्स, अगर आप लोग मुझे ये बताएं कि आप लोगों को कोई आइडिया हो कि आपके मुताबिक कितने जीएचजी। ओके, यू पीपल आर फ्रॉम आउटसाइड आल्सो। ओके, ओके। First of all, can you please tell me that how many of you know that what are the exact numbers of GHG reporting frameworks? Can you please tell me in just the numbers? It's one, two, three. What do you know about? How many frameworks are there in to calculate GHG emissions? You can write in the chat. Okay, great, fine. Okay. At least this shows that you people know that GHG protocol is not one of the only framework, right? Okay, scope one and two and three, five. Right, right. Okay, fine. My presentation is basically about to tell you that GHG reporting frameworks, that GHG protocol is one of the framework which is we know obviously in scope one, two, and three comes under it, but it's not just the only framework, right? So next slide, please. Why you can't hear me? Am I audible? Okay, first I'll give you the overall changing. Anna, can you please make all the slide visible? I just want to make it a quick. Okay. First, I'll give you about the changing GHG accounting landscape. First, you know how GHG protocol evolved, how we came to know that it's really important in the field of sustainability. GHG accounting basically has changed in many ways, right? First, it's a corporate sustainability goal setting. It's really common, and multi-impact reporting framework. It's really important because in the value chain, when it's about, as you all know, that we all do this in the for the corporate sustainability accounting or to calculate the corporate sustainability framework. So in the value chain, basically in the scope 1 and 2, it's play an important role. And in the greenhouse gas emissions accounting framework, LCA came in 1974. So it's basically about the product that you from this cycle. I don't know. Ali can't hear me. Okay. So in 1974, via LCA, we started calculating GHG emissions. And when the concept of global warming came, so it became the important need of the society or the world to calculate how much role of the GHG emissions play in the global warming. So then IPCC emission factors came, and after that, there is an emerging need to believe. Okay. I don't know. I just gave another lecture and there was no connectivity issue at that time. I don't know what's the problem that you people can't hear me properly. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Okay. Basically, so that's how the GHG landscape changed from the you can say it's been in the concept since 1974. Next slide, please. Now, major sustainability reporting frameworks. First, GHG protocol, as we all know, right? It came in 2001. Then in 2006, there is ISO 14064, and this is for all the industries. Then in 2009, EPA greenhouse gas reporting reporting program came, and according to this program, the major industrial sectors like oil and the gas, chemicals, and other industries has to report that. Then in 2010, there is PAS 2050, which is publicly available specification assessment of life cycle greenhouse gas emissions, and this framework is particularly for the goods and services. Then in 2015, TCFD came, which is Task Force on Climate Related Financial Disclosures. After that, GRE Global Reporting Initiative, which is worldwide famous, came in 2016. And then in 2022, IFRS, which is the International Financial Reporting Standards Disclosure. This came for all the industries. And in 2024, CSRD, which is Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. As you all know that there is European directive. So likewise, there is CSRD, Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive came, and according to that directive, industries can report their GHG emissions. Next slide, please. Is no, it's basically GRI is the reporting framework. Industries can report their sustainability by using that. They give that guideline that you, if you have to report the sustainability, you can follow the standard. Okay. Okay, these are the icons. Next, please. These are the basically icons of all these standards which I have mentioned. Next, please. Next. Okay. GHG Protocol Corporate Standard. As we all know, that this is basically the multi-stakeholder partnership of businesses, non-government organizations, and these are basically developed by the WRI and WBCSD, which is the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. And these are not the binding. These are basically standards by the non-government or government organizations or business partners just for the industries that if they want to calculate their GHG emissions, they can use this framework, but they are not legally, we are bound to report on that. And these are basically tools and trainings. They're also greenhouse gas protocols they have developed, and they provide also guidelines and technical requirements for the companies that how they can calculate their carbon footprint. Next, please. Can you please enter? Thank you. Okay. Now there is scope 3 emissions technical guidance separately also. As you all know that scope 3 is basically the calculations of the most difficult part in this protocol, because there are upstreams and downstreams, and the most critical factor to calculate in scope 3 emission is basically the data, right? There is limitation of data due to which it's quite difficult to calculate it. But there are separate standard developed for the scope 3, which provides the methodology that we can use to account and report the emissions from all companies of all sectors. And there are 15 categories of scope 3 activities, 8 in upstream and 7 in downstream. Can you please tell me what is the upstream and downstream in any company? Anyone who wants to write down in the chat, please. There is no issue, I can tell you. Uh, okay. I think no one wants to give an answer. Upstream are basically before your organized from supplier to me, is downstream was upstream source, while downstream are related to endpoint. Okay. Yes. Yes. Maria is right. Basically, for me to my yes, yes. Upstream is basically before. It's all the steps that before entering your company or organization, and downstream is after your organization. Once the product is made and it left you, then. So, okay, it's good. It's good to see so many comments. So, the Scope 3 framework basically it's also provide you the strategy that how suppliers and customers has to address the climate impacts through the value chain. Next, please. It's good to see that you people have knowledge regarding this. Okay. Next, sustainability, GHG, sorry, emission framework is ISO 14067. It is basically applicable to all the sectors, and it's basically to calculate the carbon footprint of their product. So all these frameworks, if you want to calculate GHG emissions, you can use any of the framework. It's totally depend on you or your scope and what do you want to do. That you have to calculate the whole value chain emissions, or you want to calculate the emissions of the only product. So ISO 14067 is basically the carbon footprint of the product, and it's an international standard, as you all know. And LCA is one of the method to calculate it. Its primary goal is basically to quantify and report GHG emissions produced during each step in the life cycle of a product, from raw material extraction to the disposal. This is the scope of the standard. And the results of the study can be used obviously for various applications, including product development, environmental labeling, or corporate sustainability reporting. It's totally up to you that what do you want to do after calculating the emissions of the product. And this standard does not cover the carbon offsets and does not address social, economic, or other environmental impacts. I have also listed down the limitations of each GHG emission framework limitations as well. Can you please tell me what is the carbon offsets? Yes, projects that help reduce emissions. Basically, first you calculate your carbon footprint. Yes, it's sort of compensation that while producing product, what X amount of carbon you have emitted, then you methods to compensate GHG emissions. It's not methods. It's basically. Let's suppose I'll give you an example that if you install a solar, right? So it's a renewable source of energy. So if any industry emits X amount of carbon footprint, while introducing solar, it reduces X amount of carbon emissions. This shows the offset, and it gives you after calculating it by minusing, right? Is a method used by individuals and company to compensate for the yes it's not method. Basically it's basically about what you have opted, what project you have installed to reduce that emissions. Thank you. Next, please. Okay, what are the key benefits? After discussing, obviously, industries can opt this for the product specific holistic LCA approach, and it enhance or increase the market credibility and transparency. Its certification enables organizations to communicate the environmental performance of their products, and by analyzing the carbon footprint of the specific product, it basically also reveals you about the inefficiencies or areas for improvement within the organization. So it gives you the very targeted approach. This commitment enhances the organizations, enhances the reputation. Obviously, if you are ISO 14067, if your product is that certified, it also increase your credibility, and it also improve the reputation of any organization, and people have a good image of that. Next, please. Yes, I am talking about the solar if it is utilized within your premises. I am talking about that carbon offset. Otherwise, carbon offsets mechanisms of afforestation also, that you can plant forestation. Yes, like forestation. No, Amna, you are right. Okay. Next framework is PAS 2050, which is publicly available specification assessment of life cycle greenhouse gas emissions. And this standard is basically for the goods and services. So it is prepared by the BSI British standard, and this standard focuses on product level assessment, and it gives you a detailed tracking of the emissions. And the results of this study can be used for various applications, obviously, like in your product development, in your environmental labeling. And the standard does not cover carbon offsets. It does not address the social, environment, or other environmental impacts beyond climate change. So it also has a limited scope. Next, please. Shaheen, there are options. It all depends on your scope of the, you can say, project. If you want to do cradle to grade, you can do that. And if you want to do cradle to grave, it also you can do that. It's all depend what kind of system boundary you set. Okay, this is a this standard basically focuses on various types of product level assessment, enabling detailed tracking of GHG emissions. And this assessment method has been tested with companies across a diverse set of product types. This is not for the single product, and it covers series of goods and services, manufacturers, retailers, trades, business to business, and business to consumer. So if your scope fall in that, you can use this standard as well. Next. Okay, it's pass, not pass. Okay, this is also have key benefits, which is it identify emission hotspots area. It's better manage greenhouse gas emissions for various suppliers, eco labeling, and environmental product declaration. And differences. What are the major differences with other reporting standards? PAS is basically a British standard, while ISO is an international standard, which may offer broader acceptance and credibility. ISO, it's 14064, not 61, focuses on organization level GHG emissions and includes formal certification. GHG protocol product standard also provides guidance for quantifying emission of products. However, the previous ones clearly requirements of recording data by GHG protocol includes requirements for public reporting. So, matlab, there are key differences, not the major one. Next, please. Next is the GRI, which is Global Reporting Initiative Standard. I hope you people have heard. Have you seen any textile industry sustainability report on this standard? Okay, I can share sample with you as well. Basically, okay, industries, yes, Nishad, Gul Ahmed, there are many textile industries which are reporting on this standard. In 2016, basically, GRI transitioned from providing guideline to setting its first global standards for sustainability reporting. Okay, I'll try. I'll try to make it slow. Okay, I'll share with you the sample. Actually, it looks like that some people know more about the GHG framework, and I guess some are not. So, okay, you are more interested in GRI. Okay, GRI basically is a transition from providing guidelines to setting their first global standards for sustainability reporting, which is the GRI standard. There are different standards which GRI follow, and it basically covers the economic, environmental, and social. As you all know, that these three are the major pillar of the sustainability. So this standard follow all this. It's what it does it do basically. If you see any report of textile industry on the standard, they basically list down all the indicators which they have mentioned, like in the environment. If they allow me, I don't know, I have right now. Acha. What they do basically in the environment sector, they have listed down that what information you have to report. If if you get the checklist, then it's easy to follow that and make a report, rather than if you have an open choice that whatever you want to write or report in your sustainability. So basically, GRI helps you that is it give you a standard format that if you want to report about your environment, then you have to cover all these points. If you have to report about your social status, then you have to report cover all these points of the labor and occupational health and safety, and economics. You have to at least disclose all these economic parameters also. So it's give you the whole checklist about the old standard, that while making this report, which points you have to cover. And it's a global document, globally recognized. So when you publish your sustainability report on that format, then it's worldwide it is recognized. And these standards continue to update it and added to including new standards. Obviously, it's also include taxes, waste. Previously it was not included in that standards, but now it is. And it is a major update to universal standards 2021, and it's continue. Obviously, they are continuously adding more sectors in that. And I will share its sample with you as well, so that you can know that what are the major criteria while writing this report. And there are consultancies also which give services to the industries that they can write their report. Next, please. Are the key benefits. First, it's a broader framework focusing on wide range of sustainability topics. Obviously, it covers economics, social, environment. Then, human right practices, it's anti-corruption and community engagement. Anti-corruption is a very critical topic, and mostly industries, or if there is any kind of forgery, they don't report that. But they don't cover it directly, but they cover this aspect also. And while submitting these reports, it increase the transparency and also create your good image. Then it enhance stakeholder engagement as well, because you have to engage all your stakeholders and take their opinion as well. Then it's better risk management and competitive advantage, and its continuous improvement. These are the general benefits. But if you write this report, you also came to know that you can compare that from the last year how much you have improved in your sustainability. So it also gives you the benchmark. Next. Uh, I will share the report. I have to search first, then I'll share it with you. Okay, next is the TCFDF. This is the task force. Uh, Okay, this is the task force on climate related financial disclosures. As you all know, that climate is the emerging subject now, and there are investment in climate also. Many donor agencies now give you on the funding on the climate related projects also. That if you do this to improve the climate or to protect or to combat the climate challenges, then they give you the funding. So it's a kind of framework which gives you once you receive the funding or you invest to combat the climate challenges, then you can disclose your financial finances. And this initiative is basically established by the financial stability, and it also develop a set of recommendations for voluntary climate related finance disclosure. TCFD framework helps all companies to provide information to investors, bankers, insurance, and other stakeholders. And financial markets need clear, comprehensive, high quality information. Then, unlike other standards, the primary focus in basically on the quantifying and reporting GHG emission. These framework basically emphasize the financial implications of climate related risks and opportunities. And this also helps you that while covering your GHG emissions, you also came to know that what kind of investment you are going to combat this or to reduce your GHG emissions. Next, please. Next is the CDP. This is the carbon footprint of a product. Sorry, this is yes, and it's basically a carbon disclosure project. CFTP, I'm talking about, that's a separate. It will come in the latest stages. CDP is basically the carbon disclosure project, and it is basically established by the non-profit organization, and it was created in 2000, and it has the philosophy that. As we all know, the world's largest database of corporate entity environmental reporting. It enables companies, institutions to publicly disclose information on their environmental performance. And it's on the voluntarily. It's not like that you are bound to do that or you are supposed to follow this. This is totally voluntarily that you disclose that what are the carbon projects you are going to launch in your industry or in your organization to protect the climate. Next, please. What are the key benefits of this? It's basically it uncovers the opportunities. Obviously, when you disclose that these are the carbon projects, then you will get others will get the opportunity to also look into it, or even if there is some potential, then people can join hands with you. It's a comprehensive assessment, and it's basically benchmarks against your peers and progress, and it designs your environment strategy, and it basically prioritize your actions, that you know that which actions are on the priority and which are on the less priority. So it's basically also increase the competition. Next. Okay, science-based targets initiative. I expect that it's a really emerging uh, subject also, and many of you heard of that. Any of you has knowledge about this already? SPTI targets. SPTI targets, anyone? Oh, that's great. I know that Nishat is working on it. Okay. In Pakistan, many textile industries. Yes, it's basically about the science base that you commit that what kind of emissions you are going to reduce, and you set your targets. And the future is a SPTI. Many people are working on it also, and textile industries are working a lot. So this basically science-based target. It's basically developed by in the collaboration CDP, Global Compact, WRI, and WWF. It- It's not WWF. It's about business in the WWBI. Then this initiative basically defines and promotes best practices in emission reduction and offsets, and basically technically, yes, it's aimed to reduce. Technically assess assistance to companies to set science-based target that you talk about scientifically, not in a very holistic approach. It provides companies with basically clearly defined pathways that how they are going to reduce GHG emissions. Then it provides validation. It's also SBTI oversee. It's now SBTI net zero targets. It's a pioneer framework for corporate sectors that they are trying to move towards the net zero. Next, please. Oh, it's good to see you, Shahir. Okay, by August 2023, SBTI have basically mentioned that they have approved 3272 of these tires. And interestingly, in 2022, it's there are so many mistakes. Review highlighting that companies representing a third world of the market value are on board with this initiative. Basically, industries are now voluntarily pledging or reporting that they are going to reduce all these emissions. And if you say the past, this SPTI has disallowed the use of carbon carriers to meet target boxing instead of direct. Uh, it's target to reduce 25% of total emissions. Yes, but I have to reconfirm that because basically, it's I have the figure of 2023 right now. Has this okay? So basically, while reporting on the SBTI, as you all know, or as people from the Sustainability Department of Nishat are also working on this, can you please? I think that they can better guide us that how they are reporting to this or how they have given their targets that they are going to reduce this. Okay, and what is the near term? Like what is the time frame you have fixed for the near term? Okay, Hassan. Right. So it's basically the short term 5 to 10 years, or in long term, obviously every country reports differently. Okay, great. It's good to see. So are you people are also part of the all these initiatives? That's great. Yes, it's an overall target that you have to achieve net zero. T&D board has field inspector hiring field inspectors also. Ikra, you are a part of a Montreal protocol, like in implementing that. Okay, so good to see you all having versatile or different experiences. Okay, okay. Is from Sapphire here? Okay. Next, please. Many of you have already worked in this sector, so you people know about the Hague Index also. This index is basically the sustainable apparel, and this is for the apparel sector only. And it's basically a set of tools that enables brands and retailers to. Okay. So it's basically that you create about you calculate the score of your company or products in the sustainability. It's basically HIG index has several modules as the high facility environmental modules, material sustainability index, and the brands and retailers. So it's basically a sustainability metric that is covered. It's not the heat index, it's HIG index. Energy use emissions, it covers water management, chemical. It's basically a different modules, which I tell you the later. First one is next, please. First, it covers the only the apparel side, right? This index, and this index is basically for apparel and footwear industry, and this industry focus on detailed and relevant assessments. It gives you the comprehensive sustainability index assessment overall GHG emissions it calculate, and this self-assessment and benchmarking allows you to basically identify the areas which you need to improve. Next. First one is the Higg Index FAM, which is the Higg Facility Environmental Module. It allows you to basically evaluate the environmental performance of the facilities. This FAM is basically designed to layer and quantify the sustainability impacts of the facility. It covers the basically reporting sustainability environmental indicators only, reduce the measurement and performance. It's basically drive perform a business value through reducing risk. It creates a common means of language to basically communicate in sustainability with the other stakeholders. Next one. After the environment module, there is FSML, which is facility, social, and labor module. In apparel and footwear sector, it also covers the social impact of the manufacturing, and it's basically calculates about the impacts created from the by using the indicators of working hours, health and safety of the employees. And this assessment is basically on the converged assessment framework it developed by the SLCP, and it basically measure the social impacts and working conditions in your organization or in the supply chain. Next. Yes, it's FSLM. It's basically the comparison between the FEM and the FSLM. First, the environment module, it's basically the environmental management system, and social follows the recruitment and hiring. Environment focuses on energy use, GHG emission, water, wastewater emissions to air, waste management, chemical use and management. And FSML, basically, it follows recruitment and hiring, compensation if any incident occurs, then also working in your organization, worker involvements, worker treatment and development, occupational health and safety. Then it's termination and about the other recruitment procedures and value chain performance and external engagement with the communities also. Next. Okay, in this slide, basically, I have give the comparison of all the GHG reporting accounting frameworks to understand it easily. Like first, GHG Protocol Corporate Standard. It focuses on, it's basically developed by the WRA, WBCSD, and it is the widely used GHG accounting framework, and its main key components provides a framework for businesses to measure the GHG emission in scope 1, 2, and 3. And it's basically a very comprehensive framework that covers the direct and indirect emissions. Then GHG protocol corporate value chain scope 3. It focuses on scope 3 emissions. It allows companies to basically assess the value chain emissions, and scope 3 basically emphasized on upstream and downstream. Then ISO 14064, it's ISO standard for GHG emissions. It's for the quantification and reporting, and it's basically detailed requirements for GHG inventories and verification. ISO 14061, it focuses on product carbon footprint. It examines total CO2 equivalent emissions. It's specific to product life cycles and alongside basically aligned with the ISO LCA standards. Then CDSP framework, it integrates environmental information into financial reports, provides decision useful environment information. It also focuses on integrating climate information. CDP, Carbon Disclosure Project, it's basically a global disclosure system for environmental impacts, and its key components are it basically enables you to disclose GHG emissions, climate change strategies, water security, and forest preservation. And it is the largest database for corporate environmental reporting. TSFD, it's climate related financial risk disclosures, recommendations on governance strategy, and it emphasizes financial risk and opportunities related to the climate change. Then there is GRI standards. It's a comprehensive sustainability reporting framework, and it also covers the sustainability main pillars of the sustainability, environment, social, and economics. SPTI is the science-based, and it defines best practices and offers technical assistance and verify science-based targets. Then PAS 2050, it's product lifecycle GHG emissions, and it gives you the assess overall product lifecycle GHG emissions. And Higg Index, it measures and scores the sustainability for apparel and footwear sector only. And it's FAM and FSLM and social impact and working conditions it covers. And it's basically developed specifically for the apparel sector and focuses on footwear also. Next, please. What about the opportunities? Anya, I have given a slide which is on job opportunities. Okay, let me discuss it with you. I think they have not. No problem. Okay, first tell me. Basically, I am trying to understand my audience. The thing I'm getting is most of you are professionals here also, but I have no idea that either any graduates or people who are looking for the jobs are also there, or they have no knowledge about this. First, kindly introduce me yourself, or so that I actually came to know that what kind of audience I am addressing. Majority is okay, but it really looks like that the professionals have overtaken this. Okay. Okay. What about the ratio? Can Anya, if you can tell me that how many are students, how many are graduates, how many are professionals? Okay. Okay. After this session, I will give some recommendations to the company as well. Personally, I believe there are there should be two kind of sessions. First is for the professionals because they already know all these things, right? So they want to know more, like the upgrade level. And second is for the students or the graduates to whom these are new things, and they are searching for the job, so that if they are in Pakistan, they at least came to know that what kind of job opportunities are available there. Okay. 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 First, I really want to know, address with the students or the graduates, right? Okay. Because professionals are already in the place, they have the knowledge, they are working on it practically. So I really want to address the students that what are they looking for? Are they really interested to opt this in the future, or are they really interested to know about the job opportunities in this field or not? Okay. Right. I think professionals who are already in place in the multiple organizations should also help these students. Yes. Okay. Okay. Mostly people are interested in the attendance sheet only. Right. Other person is not talking, Abdul Latif. Okay. Maybe you are talking about the Anya, the moderator. Okay. Okay. Um, I'll let you know about the from the perspective of Environment Protection and Climate Change Department. Uh, number of Ashar, we know that you are already expert. Anya, please go to the exercise number one. But before that, I really want to address the students, and I want to tell them that currently in the Environment Protection and Climate Change Department, Punjab, yes, there are ADB. Yes, please visit. But in the local context, for the students, I would say that have you people heard about the Punjab Green Credit Program? Exercise number one, Anya. Okay, right. Right. So there are job opportunities in that also. Currently, they are basically designing emission trading system for Punjab, Pakistan. They are also hiring a consultant for GHG emission inventory at district level. They're also working on that, and they are also calculating the carbon footprints and GHG emissions. So there are a lot of opportunities in that project also, and I hope they will also announce it soon. And other than that, from the government side, we have recently established the Climate Change and Policy Technology Center and the Environment Department. And that center has also hiring the climate change experts. And carbon field is basically soon they are also going to launch many projects which will address that. And above that, you all know that there are consultants also, obviously, who are making these reports, who are reporting to that, who are also helping the industries. But as far as my knowledge and interaction with the industry is concerned, I have the opinion that industries in the Pakistan are already self-sufficient. They have the environmental specialists, they have the sustainability experts, they have the knowledge, and they are doing great, honestly, especially the textile sector, Pakistan. They are doing great in in this field. And if you are interested in the corporate sector, then you can also see that. The Green Credit Program, it's currently for Lahore only, but soon we are going to expand it over the Punjab. And furthermore, we are also, would it be merit based? And if no, then what? No, it's not like it's totally merit based. For for wishes, I don't know. Oh, that's great on regarding the India's perspective. Okay. For this, if you can say, okay, internships are where for the graduates? On which portal? Okay. So in Karachi, sectors are also textile industries are also working on all these sector standards, Uzair. Can you please share the platform from which all these internships are available? Okay, you people can also raise your hand and Miss Adia will unmute you. Okay, meanwhile, students, I encourage the students if they want to ask something because professionals can do their own tour. Okay, students from Pakistan or especially from Punjab, if they want to ask something, or even from other cities, are also encouraged if they want to know anything. Okay, just raise your hand. How many of you are environmental sciences student? Okay. Okay. Any of the student has ever calculated? I'm talking about the students, not the professionals. Has they calculated the scope one emissions, or they know about what is the difference between the scope one and two? Anyone wants to answer? Okay, that's interesting. PM emissions in Punjab. Ishaq, you can unmute your mic and you can ask me. What can I say? Anya, can you please unmute the mic?
Hello, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, Sam.
How are you doing?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Ma'am, I'm student of environmental sciences and I belong to Quetta.
Okay.
But I'm studying right now in Lahore.
Okay.
So,
From which university?
GC, Government College University, Lahore.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Ma'am, I have a question about the heritage site reconstruction of
Mm,
Lahore. I have visited these heritage site projects multiple times, and each
right.
visit I have not seen only EPA related safety billboards or signs. There is also a clear lack of visible safety guidelines being implemented. Could you explain why these environmental safety and health management guidelines from the EPA are not consistently applied in government initiated heritage projects? Is there a gap in enforcement between public sector projects and private ones? And does this mean that both public safety and environmental protection are being overlooked by the very institutions that are supposed to ensure them?
Okay. Ishaq, it's like there is not a gap between the public and private projects, right? First, regarding the heritage side, basically will focus on the environment aspect only. Regarding the health and social safeguards and all other factors that are not under the domain of the environment protection climate change department. So if there is need to conserve any heritage site, or is there any kind of you can say that there is reconstruction involved, then they'll approach to the environment department. And while constructing any kind of project, they have to follow certain SOPs or procedures, which are especially regarding the dust mires. So they have to install this water sprinklers to minimize the fugitive dust. So it's like that. There are health and safety measures they have to follow by the other departments. Environment safety, or from the environment perspective, we have to follow our in our domain only. So it's like that. It's not about there's a gap, and it implements all the public and private projects. It's not like that. For the public projects, there is some different guidelines or standards, and for the private project, they are different.
Okay, but I have been there multiple times, the Data
Mm,
Darbar site and the
mm,
surroundings, and the PM emissions are so severe that I have sinusitis and it got more worst
mm,
because of that. And I have
mm,
that severe pain in my head, on my head with nasal problems, and it got worse due to this. And
mm.
there's no safety measures and
Mitigation
no
measures.
what. Yep.
Basically, you are talking about the mitigation measures.
Yep. There are no mitigation measures for the dust which is emitting from these sites, and the dust is
Mm,
everywhere, which are impacting or affecting the health of common peoples as well as the
mm.
workers in the construction sites.
Right. They have to follow, as far as the labor is concerned, labor department has to follow all the standards and protection measures for them. And regarding the mitigation measures, I have to check first either they have obtained the approval and all the procedural codal formalities, they have fulfilled that. And after the reconstruction and all this, they have to follow. Like it's really, it's a violation if they are not doing that.
Yep, it is. That's why I'm asking. I have seen multiple
Right.
billboards of APA in Gulberg, at Gulberg
Mm.
on different private sector constructions,
Buildings.
but
Yes.
didn't saw any
Yes.
billboard on government
Actually, yes,
related
yes.
projects.
It's it's basically not the billboard, it's basically you can say the certificate or the flex. And
Yep.
secondly, it's for the construction buildings basically, right?
Yep.
In the Data Darbar side, they are working on the roads and all that. The SOPs which are they are complying is EPA certified. It's basically for the construction buildings only to minimize the fugitive dust. So that's why if they are complying that they have placed that certificate or banners that they are in the compliance. But I will look into it too.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Really
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
that.
Thank you. Okay, any student who wants to do any kind of question? Amna, you can please unmute your mic. I think it all depends on your priority or your interest. GIS has totally different domain, and it is obviously the most important field also, and GHG is totally different. So it all depends in which field you are interested. You are interested in doing calculations, and you are interested in doing remote sensing. Smoke guns are not for the construction sites, Adil. Okay. So this is all from my side. Thank you very much for all of you for taking out your time. And inshallah, looking forward to meet you in the future. Yes, Shahid.
Miss Mariam,
Yes,
thank
Noor
you so
Fatma.
much for such.
Yes, yes, please, Anya.
And Miss Mariam, thank you so much for such a detailed and practical session. I know I personally learned a lot, so did everyone else.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good time, everyone.
Thank you. Before we conclude today's session, I would like to share an exciting opportunity with you. Climate Climantra has launched a series of professional training programs held every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., covering topics such as sustainability, ESG, HSC, climate change, carbon management, and many more. We invite you to join us for this insightful session. To register and stay updated on our upcoming trainings, visit www.climantra.com or follow Climantra Private Limited on LinkedIn. Registration links for all our training programs are available there. Don't miss this opportunity to learn from industry experts, expand your professional network, and get your questions answered directly by experienced practitioners. You can also join our WhatsApp community to receive training announcements, registration links, meeting links, internship opportunities, and other updates. The WhatsApp community link has been shared in the chat box. Please join to stay connected with Climantra. Thank you once again for joining us today. We hope to see you in our upcoming sessions. Have a wonderful day.